Well, hi there. My name is Ron Rogers, and no, we're not going to do inverted spins in my Turbo 310R. It's not good for that. You can do them once, but they tend to go flat and they are unrecoverable, so it's not a thing you do. I do those in my Great Lakes, which you may have seen that video, but hey, I hadn't flown for 3 months, and I decided I need to get some practice in. So I go out here to 3 Charlie Kilo Lake in the Hills, fly my 310. That's my other airplane. Instead of having 3 XYs, I have 2 airplanes. It kind of balances out as far as, using money and stuff like that. And a boat. A boat is helpful for, it's a hole in the water that you put money in, kind of like what airplanes are. And, that's retractable gear. That allows you to go a little bit faster, reduces drag and stuff like that. So when I'm flying my 310, I take off and I put the gear up, and I'm going to shoot a bunch of patterns here. Now, you notice all these houses off the end of the runway? When I started flying here almost 30 years ago, there wasn't one single house off the end of the runway. Well, maybe one farmer's house, and he probably sold the land, and he's a multimillionaire now. But anyway, there were no houses. If you had an engine failure, man, you could put it down anywhere. Now I'll end up in somebody's backyard pool. Not a good thing to do, but both would have to quit. So anyway, but here I am. I decided to get some practice, and I shortened it up here so you don't get too terribly bored here. But it was a beautiful day to fly, and you see this green thing here? That's the Three Oaks recreational area. It used to be a gravel pit. I was actually on the committee putting that thing together. But anyway, I live on the lake, Crystal Lake, not the slasher Crystal Lake that you may see with the movies with Jason and that. No, not that one. It's a nice Crystal Lake, and it is, it's fairly clear. But here I am on final, and this is the cinematographic effect, which makes it look like you're coming in sideways with 100 million knots of crosswind, which you don't have. But as you get closer, it settles out here and looks decent. Decent touchdown there, and get the nose pretty close to the center line. That's what you're going for there, so you're in the center of the runway here. And then I put the flaps up, put the power in, away we go. We're going to go around and do a couple more patterns here. Now, the nice thing about this airplane, the engines are turbocharged, 265 horsepower per engine, and weighs about 6,000 pounds, and I can go from here to Orlando nonstop. It's got 205 gallons of gas. That's the 100 octane low lead aviation fuel. So I can get some pretty good range. The airplane will go that far. I can go that far. My wife has a bladder limit, which doesn't quite work out as well, and she can't go as far. So we'll make some stops just to kind of piece it in the family if we're going on a long trip like that. But we use the airlines more now because she likes to sit in a more comfortable seat and have somebody bring her food, or at least a package of crackers or whatever. That's what it's degraded to. But here I am coming in, getting a little more practice, and absolutely a beautiful day. Now, my motto for Illinois is come for the weather, stay for the taxes. Because we got a lot of people. You saw those people off the end of the runway. I mean, where do those people come from, and why do they come to Illinois of all places? I live here because I used to work out of O'Hare, and now we've got our friends here, so I stay. But anyway, I'm having a fun time flying this airplane. One of the 2 airplanes I have. The other is the Great Lakes, the open cockpit that I do the aerobatics in. That's a fun time. But it's a part right now. They're doing a wing modification on it due to some cracking in some ribs that people had a problem with. So I have to go back flying this one. And it's 40 degrees, and open cockpit airplanes in 40 degrees aren't the best. I will fly it in that temperature, but it's a little more chilly. This airplane has a better heater. It's a lot more fun. Anyway, that's a fun Sunday afternoon of flying out at Northern Illinois. I hope you enjoyed it. That's my 310. Thanks for watching, and tune in again sometime.